The concept of turning everyday tasks into exercise, walking during phone calls, active gardening, vigorous cleaning represents the ultimate integration of movement into life, rather than treating exercise as a separate category. This philosophy has merit. If you can make your necessary activities more physically demanding, you're getting dual benefit without additional time investment. You need to garden anyway. Doing it vigorously makes it count toward activity goals. You need to clean anyway. Treating it like a workout means you're being productive and active simultaneously. Walking during phone calls is particularly practical for many people. If you spend significant time on calls for work, pacing while talking can add thousands of steps weekly without requiring additional time. The cognitive benefits of movement during thinking and conversation are well documented. Many people find they're actually more creative and articulate when moving versus sitting. This creates a positive feedback loop where the activity enhances the primary task rather than competing with it. The short videos showing exercise in daily life would demonstrate that fitness doesn't require special clothes, equipment, or dedicated time. You can do calf raises while waiting for coffee to brew, squats while brushing teeth, or stretches while watching television. This accessibility reduces psychological barriers and challenges the notion that only formal workouts count. For people who genuinely cannot carve out exercise time, this approach provides a viable alternative. However, we need several reality checks. First, the intensity of these activities is usually quite low. Gardening can be vigorous if you're digging and hauling, but if you're doing light weeding, the energy expenditure is minimal. Cleaning can be a workout if you're scrubbing floors vigorously, but typical tidying doesn't elevate heart rate significantly. Walking while on calls is great, but you're probably walking slowly while concentrating on conversation, not at exercise pace. The fitness benefits, while real, are modest. Second, trying to turn everything into exercise can diminish the quality and enjoyment of the activities themselves. If you're gardening solely as a workout rather than connecting with plants and soil, you've lost something valuable. If you're aggressively cleaning to maximize calorie burn rather than creating a peaceful home environment, you're missing the point. If every phone call becomes a pacing session rather than occasionally sitting comfortably, you're making life unnecessarily rigid. Third, this approach can blur boundaries in problematic ways. Rest and recovery are essential. If you're constantly trying to make every activity count as exercise, when do you actually rest? The inability to sit still without guilt, the compulsion to always be burning calories, can be signs of unhealthy relationships with activity and body image. Not everything needs to be optimized for fitness. Sometimes you can just sit and enjoy your coffee without doing calf raises. Fourth, safety and attention matter. Walking during important work calls might seem productive, but if you're in an environment with traffic or obstacles, you're creating risk. Your divided attention could lead to injury or mistakes in your conversation. Some tasks genuinely require seated focus, and pushing yourself to remain in motion might degrade performance more than the activity benefits justify. The philosophical question is whether we should be finding ways to inject more movement into sedentary modern life, or whether we should be questioning why modern life has become so sedentary in the first place. The need to gamify housework and turn phone calls into exercise speaks to a deeper problem. We've designed environments and lifestyles that remove natural movement. Perhaps instead of individual optimization, we need collective changes to how we structure work, transportation, and communities. That said, given that most people do live sedentary lifestyles and cannot immediately restructure their entire existence, finding ways to add movement to necessary tasks is pragmatic harm reduction. If you're going to be on the phone anyway, walking is better than sitting. If you need to clean anyway, doing it vigorously is better than doing it half-heartedly. The key is maintaining perspective. These activities supplement intentional exercise rather than replace it, and they should enhance your life rather than become another source of pressure and optimization anxiety. Movement should ultimately feel like freedom and capability, not like a constant obligation to perform for your activity rings.